All right, members, I am back again with another video, and for those of you that know, I was in surgery this past Friday, had tore my quad from my knee and had to get it put back on. So that was pretty tough, but other than that, I'm doing well. So God is great because he's brought me through, and I'm here today and able to do this for you guys. All right, so I really appreciate that. So I'm gonna get talking about this Aussie Yen trade that we had talked about, and basically we didn't even use Ichimoku for this trade because basically you could see the markets is sideways with this daily time frame. We're pretty much sideways. I'm gonna even just move this here. We'll use this. We're sideways like this. All right, wouldn't you call that pretty much sideways? And you could see the bottom level here, and then the top level where we hit it twice. This was the double top, and then we came back to this level. Now if we don't get much farther than this bottom here, then we may see the price attack this level. When price is sitting up and attacking this level so often, I tend to see it finally violate to that upper side there. But I could even move it to this point. Now this is where I would really trade the range if I was trading the range. So I would trade this bottom level here, and I would use this as a level where I know there's support down there. So I'm just going to mark it, right? And so we would just put this level, this support and resistance level down here. All right, because that's where the market was before. It came way down here and farmed a support level. But just looking at our trade, you could see what brought me to this was a couple things. First of all, I see this double top form, and then the market stayed up here and then finally attacked that level again. Now, if I just traded based off of the daily time frame here, I probably would have never got stopped out, because I got stopped out of this trade once, and I'm going to show you where I got stopped out. So looking at the daily time frame, I probably would have not been into the trade here. Would have probably been more here, because this isn't as much of a indecision candle as this one. I mean, it is an indecision candle, but it's still bullish, a little bit green, because you got green, still green. I don't call it really bullish. It's indecision, but more to the bull side. But then here we had our first bear candle. Then you would have your entry here, and then stop loss way up here. All right, so what would that stop loss would be? About 89 pips or 92 pips on the daily time frame. Quite a big stop loss. That's why we go down to the 4-hour time frame. So going down to the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame caught me once and took me out of the trade. So I entered the trade here, and everything was good until the market came here and farmed this level. Just went above my stop loss point. I think I usually have my stop loss above this fractal indicator here. I would have had it up here, but I had it just above this level here, and it came right, took me out, and then dropped down, formed the same candle, formed another rejection candle. Here's where we lose our money, traders. The market takes you out here, you lost your money. Then you have fear to get back into the market based off of the same signal and the same support and resistance level, and the market never closing above your level where you thought the market was never going to close above. It hasn't done that. So as the market hasn't closed above those levels and still forms a rejection level, rejection candle, and shows you that it's still weak to the downside, because that's bears pushing, bulls pushing this up and bears fighting, and still you have institutional traders that are still trying to catch people trapping here with these bull traps and bear traps. This would have been a bull trap basically, but you could see what happened. We still had our signal, good signal, got in the market here, and had to be patient, had to sit there, basically let this go over the weekend. And this was what happened Friday. I believe news affected this, so the market dropped way down. Then the next candle came way back up. A lot of people probably took their profit, got out. This one never really made a lot of profit for me to really move my break even, so I let it go. But here the market came way down. We could have moved to break even as it went down and then came back up here. It wouldn't have triggered us anyway. And then the market slowly started to go down to the downside. Now you could see I'm trying to find the best support and resistance level in here, because there's a lot of stuff here. So I'm trying to figure out which level is the best. I do have it marked, and we're sitting at that point right now with a profit of 159. We were up to 166 or so. We want to see if we could fight through this level. You could see here the market stalled here, and then we're fighting. We fought again. The market came back down. Probably see it stall a little, then maybe continue to the downside. If we violate this point and it's kind of like a trend line to the upside. So I could do something like this. I don't really love doing these trend lines like this, but we violated that point. So is this market going to continue to the downside? All right, so we need to see that, see what's going to happen here. But I'm going to let this go. I'll probably move my stop loss down to this point. I like to move it with the fractals. I haven't had another real fractal develop that I could move it with here, so there's no other bull fractal that I can move this market to, my stop loss to. So we'll just sit patiently and wait. But guys, this is what we look at. I mean, I sent this trade out to you, and like I said, you probably took the first time, but then the second time I wasn't able to really send it out to you and let you know that I'm getting back in. But when that happened to you guys, you probably didn't have the confidence to get back into the trade, because that's what the market does. It tears apart your confidence. That's where you have to be strong mentally. Excuse me. That's why this game is that's why this trading is a mental psychology game. It's not all about your system. It's not all about you know, it's not all about the system and the way that you're trading. It's a lot about your psychology and your mental approach to trading. You know, just playing a sport, you may have skill, but you may not have that mental approach to the game. So you could be a good pitcher, you know, a good baseball pitcher, but you don't have that mental approach to the game. And when people start getting hits off of you, you just start to fall apart. But still, you have the skills to be a great pitcher, but you don't have the mindset to be a great pitcher. Same thing with trading. You may have a good system, or you may have the skills to be a great trader, but do you have the mindset to be a great trader? And that mindset is all with your patience, your discipline, all of that stuff. All right. All right. Breaking rules, everything. That's going to be part of your discipline. You know, it doesn't matter about that system. That system doesn't make up the most part of your trading profits, believe me, because I'm not even using Ichimoku here. All right, so it's not about that system. I can use Ichimoku and still be profitable with another trade. All right, but I want to go to put Ichimoku on here and look at what's happening right now for using Ichimoku. So we put that on there, and then we're also going to put I took that off, so let me put that back. All right, so there you go. So now you could see this breakout is not valid. We had a Kumo breakout. We got a TK crossover that's bearish. Chico span below price and price below the cloud. Everything is great here. And this breakout could become a great breakout to the downside, but we don't have this crossover here. We don't have this Kumo twist. So we'd like to see, if you're looking at that breakout and you've taken that breakout, you may still be lucky and get profit here, but it may bring your trade back to the upside, where you're going to start to lose some money before it turns back over. So we first want to look at this fractal level. Price could come back to that point. Our price could come back to basically this level here, somewhere around that cloud. You got this cloud bottom. So in between here, you may see the market retrace back up to that level. So I believe the market could do something like this. Maybe if it stalls here, it may retrace back up into this area, maybe bounce on the cloud, or maybe bounce on this fractal level and then start to come back down. By then you'll have a nice crossover there, cross there, price is below the cloud, and your Chico span is over here below price. All right, so you would have everything you need. There's your Chico span below the price and below the cloud. Now, usually on Ichimoku, we like to see nothing hindering Chico span and price, and there is nothing hindering us down here. So overall, if this market could attack this level, this is what I'm going to wait and see long term, 81,998. All right, so that's what I'm looking at right now, guys. I can see we're getting a little bit of rejection at this support and resistance level. I draw my better levels, the best levels, off of the daily time frame, and I'm going to take Ichimoku off of here, see what I got. Can't get a great level that I love here, which is the problem, because we have so much. I want to get a flat line level, and then I want to get an area, but it looks like this whole area is support and resistance, so it would be from this point down to this point around here. So we're sitting at that level. We may see price bounce here, and price could probably even go all the way back up here and attack this level and violate and break to the upside. So overall, that daily Just look at the overall picture. We're bearish. More sideways than anything. Okay, so I can't get a clear cut, but I would go with this bearishness and see if the market can get back down in this level somewhere where we marked our support and resistance. But basically, guys, that's all I just wanted to show you. I just wanted to show you, let you know that I'm back up and at it, and we're going to start looking at some trading opportunities. I'll get the 7-day forecast out for you. We'll get things going. I'm back at it. I'm a little slow, a little weak as far as my leg, but I'm good to go. So appreciate all the prayers from you guys, all the emails, and thank you for your support. I'm back here to support you guys, and we support each other. We're one big happy family. Love you guys. Appreciate everything. Follow this trade opportunity and look for the next ones that we put out. Until next time, God bless. So long.